Visited us freely. Our family members consulted us on family matters. Our movements were only restricted, but nothing else. Release me before I die over here. If you read the original letter, you may end up in tears. And he reminded that the white man did something different, even when he found it necessary to arrest you. They stood that this should not happen again. So if Dankwa was associated with Ray Akoto, it was because of ideas, beliefs, and values. And I trust that this is going to be the underpinning factor of this institute. That we may know where we are coming from, who we are really, where we are going, and how we should get there, applying the basic principles of the Dankwa Busia Dombo tradition. When elections came, and when propaganda became the era of the day, men like Dankwa suffered greatly because of the propaganda that they were thieves. They had been bribed by the white people, including one person who was brought in, they say, to divert the mind of the people from politics to sports, and so on and so forth. The CVP won the 1951 elections. You know, when people forget about unity in this party, some of us who are relatively old feel very, very pained. In the 1954 election, the idea was to have a last election to determine the party that the colonial authorities should hand power to. You should want to know that in that election, our party, which at that time had transformed into the Ghana Congress Party, GCP, lost every seat. 104 seats, we had only one. Our party has been decimated and dissipated. One, because of the propaganda of the era. That one seat was won by Dr. Kofi Abrefa Busia regarding the Wenchi seat. He beat C.E. Donko with less than 10 votes. The votes were counted 3 times under the supervision of the whites. When Busia got into parliament, one fact of it was that the Northern People's Party, which preferred our tradition and the way we do things, now made Busia rather the leader of the opposition. Busia could not have been leader of the opposition when the Northern People's Party had some 13 members of parliament and he was alone. Shall we be able to do this? But today you can see all manner of bickering, all manner of struggles, all manner of unexpected activities. But one man was honorable enough to say, I will prefer that you are the leader and I will be the deputy leader. So he determined who should be the leader. And he gave a reason, because of the knowledge and experience of the man. How many of us will be able to say this today? How many of us will be able to say this today? If not, if we are not many who will be able to say it, then may the institute long flourish. And may it teach us throughout the years to come how we should go our way as members of the new Patriotic Party. You know what? We stand for something. We stand for what they believe at that time, knowledge is power. That this country must be governed by men and women trained, qualified to lead a nation. Our former president Kufuor is here. In 1992, he was a contestant regarding the flag bearership. When honorable members who had been to parliament before and others lost, they all really went around with Professor Edubwa. I was there. I saw with my eyes the spirit of respect and cooperation among all of them, like Dankwa and Busia and Dombo did. Throughout the campaign, nobody said anything untoward about anybody. I can assure you. And they went about telling us delegates. I was a delegate. As Secretary of Greater Accra, I was the first Secretary of Greater Accra in the party. Those were honorable men, honorable men. One of them is sitting there with honor as our former president. We all learned from this. And I remember carefully when President Kufuor was about to leave office in dignity and honor, and we had our Congress in 2007 in Lagos. We followed that style. When we went around the country, we followed that style. Everybody, President Kufuor, Honorable Hakma, there seated. I was a contestant who lost. We all went on one tangent. What will I do if fortune should smile on me and I should be elected? And what have I done before? I am praying all persons who are possible aspirants. Let us be as the old patriotic people did. Tell everybody what you yourself have done in your life before, what you have done in the party, and what you will do for Ghana if you should have the luck of it being elected presidential candidate of the NPP. If we should do that, this party will be successful. I want to remind you finally about the cost of disunity. The cost of disunity. Our party in the year 1979, when we had the elections that brought Liman of the PNP to power, was divided into PFP and UNC. I wrote a book on this. You only have to do JSS arithmetic and put the figures together, and you will have realized that the election was cold chop for the Dankwa Busia tradition, but we decided to fight among ourselves and we lost the election. Anyone who pursues the pathway of division is not working in the interest of the party, and he must be excused.
20 institutes, and you want to apply to attend the school, it just takes you to this page now. You fill in the details, and then you click submit application and it comes straight to us. We are decentralizing it. So at every regional office we'll have this system there. They'll take in the application just for verification. So we don't have people that we don't want to know about as additions coming in. Once we do the verification, what we do is we input executives in some of the verification processes. So they will be able to tell us that these people are eligible to students. And it's also to avoid people taking the mandatory course too many times. So once you do it once, when you try to submit another application, it will automatically reject you, so that we can give a chance to every member to do the mandatory course. So this is just the simple interface that you see on the website. We are uploading very, very limited detail of our course material on the website because we don't want people to take our information. But once you have been registered, you will then be given a link where you can do some things. We are also considering the fact that we will have interested members who are not literate. So we are giving them simple links, and they will also be allowed to register just by verbal communication at the regional office, and even all the way to the police station or select representatives that will help them to register. We are making it as all-encompassing as possible so that every one of our patrons will be interested in learning about it. So thank you very much. Please, we have another training room upstairs. So this training room is supposed to seat a capacity of 60 people. And then upstairs we have a training room that can seat up to 30 people. And we want to invite the upstairs one. Thank you. Okay, let's plan
in conditions of freedom and respect for the rule of law. This institute will shape Ghana in numerous constructive ways as we propagate the spread of values that build a country with leaders responsive to the needs of the freedom-loving people we seek to serve. I am of the firm belief that the impact of the Patriotic Institute will go far beyond the borders of Ghana as the leaders of MPP trained by this institute will also aspire to take up the mantle of leadership on the continental realm. Great leaders bring success and honor. Leaders with vision and commitment are able to create opportunities even with meager resources. Good and responsive leaders can be nurtured and deliberately taken through processes of mentorship to enable them to mature. This is what the Patriotic Institute aims to do. The launch of the Patriotic Institute is the end result of years of strategic thinking and development. I wish our great party, the new Patriotic Party, and the Patriotic Institute every success as they embark on this journey. May all who pass through the doors of this institute be groomed into patriotic and transformative leaders. I would like to thank the hard-working patrons who conceived this idea and have over the years labored tirelessly to ensure that the vision of the new Patriotic Party Institute that raises and equips patriotic leaders becomes a reality. We are appreciative of your labor of love, and we thank you for your determination and commitment to succeed. Ayuko, God bless our homeland Ghana, God bless the new Patriotic Party, and God bless the Patriotic Institute. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, our mom, the former Chief of Staff, who just delivered a beautiful message from the former President, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Before we take the vote of thanks, we will take some remarks from our respected Chairman, Council of Elders, also former National Treasurer, former Minister under His Excellency John Ajekun Kofoɔ, who served in several roles as well. Honorable Hackman Owusu-Agyama, Chairman of the Council of Elders, will give us brief remarks before we take the closing remarks from the General Secretary and the vote of thanks from Dr. Antoinette Tibu Darko. Before this remark, let me also acknowledge our partners from the academia. From Friday Club, from UCC, we have Professor Safo. From the University of Ghana, the Link Club, we have Professor Kingsford Adabo. The advocates, we also have Professor Eugene Date. Ghana Academics and Profession Forum. Professor Isaac Bwedi is also here. The Patriotic Intellectuals Forum from Takrade and then Koforidia. We are also pleased to have you as well.